Halftime here at Clawson High School. Dave Zorin along with Tom Staten here, and the Avondale Yellow Jackets have jumped out to, again, a nice size lead, 27-16.
Yeah, kind of unexpected as far as Coach Whitmore was concerned. He just felt that he wanted to hang in and hopefully pull something out of this.
But as we saw throughout the game, we saw finally that the leaders pulled through, and they came out on top. Mulheisen, as expected, Clawson's leader with 10 points.
Exactly, and Damian Whitmore threw great defensive play, a lot of steals, and finishing off the fast break with 8 points.
And some very balanced scoring, though. If you take a look at the Yellow Jackets, by quarters, if we take a look, 12 in the first, 15 in the second. Clawson, though, had some trouble in that first quarter. Really, both teams did. They only scored 6, and that's what's hurt them is that first quarter. But the second quarter, they kind of hung in there with 10 points.
Exactly, an amazingly low score for the amount of balls that have been put up there tonight.
Exactly.
A lot of very quick pace, a lot of pressure defense, leading to a lot of steals by both teams. It's amazing that they've only scored 16 and 27 points respectively.
Yeah, balanced scoring, too, for the Yellow Jackets team-wise, as Damian Whitmore has 8 points, but right behind him, Mark Jankowskis, who got 2 3-pointers. He's got 6. Deshaun Mallory, who did a nice job in the first quarter, got 5, and all 5 in the first quarter, which really helped them. He got 5 of their 12 points. So
exactly.
Real nice job there.
Yes.
4 points for David Horton. So some nice scoring there. Mike Jones also had a 3-pointer.
Again, they're scoring really off of their defense exclusively. Offensively, they have not been able to generate much except for Jankowskis coming off and hitting a couple of 3-pointers.
Well, a nice thing for Bob Murray is, in fact, his defense is working because they are having to shoot from outside. So they know that. And the Yellow Jackets now will have to shoot from outside. They've got some hot shooters, but let's see what happens here in the second half.
Battle of strategies. Going about as planned by the coaches.
We are underway. And a nice drop. So this time they go inside. Derek Hutchinson gets on the board for 2 points.
Just as we say that they are not getting much out of their offense.
Pressure put on again. And yes, this time it works. John Gardner, the center, gets in for 2. So exchange baskets right off the bat, something they weren't able to do.
It's as if both teams went in and took a breath, took a big sigh of relief.
And a foul on Gardner. They'll go to the line. So now instead of Clawson drawing the fouls inside, we see the Yellow Jackets drawing a foul in the early going.
And Clawson running. It's as if both teams went in and just took a big sigh of relief.
Copied each other's
style.
Let's do what they're doing. It's working for them, right?
Perhaps this half we will see a much more controlled game by both teams.
Hutchinson misses his first shot, 29-18, Yellow Jackets lead.
Actually, I think that's very dangerous for the Yellow Jackets. Their harassing type defense and the pace of the game was definitely in their favor, as is exhibited by the score.
I'm sure we'll see him go back to that too.
A man-to-man steal, that may pick the tempo up just a bit.
Baseline drive and handing off to the wrong person. Here they go, off and running. Yellow Jackets.
Good pass.
Damian Whitmore for 2.
From his brother.
Clawson wants a timeout right off the bat here. They're not going to let that get away.
Number 40, Kevin Whitmore, is only a sophomore this year. They're looking for some great things. It must be nice to have a couple kids on your team like that.
I tell you, we saw some great things from him on the football field over at Cranbrook, and probably the most exciting game we have done on UCTV. And they are nothing short of that here in basketball as well. 31-18 the score right now, and the Trojans have to regroup right now.
Yeah. One thing that is certain, when you have a good football program, it kind of rubs off on your basketball program as well. The enthusiasm rubs off, and with an enthusiastic coach, as Sam Whitmore is, that really must rub off on them. And they play inspired ball, as you can see.
It's kind of when you look at a city. When you see the Tigers did well in baseball, kind of rubbed off on the Pistons, rubbed off on the Red Wings.
Exactly.
Except those darn Lions.
Well, it's starting to rub off. They're starting to rub off some of the people responsible for it.
Maybe we can see a change in the years to come. Clawson now gets it in, and the pressure again still put on. Matt Johnson.
Very patient at breaking the press.
Charlie Bloom from outside. He hits for 2.
Foot was on the line, but an excellent shot. Excellent shot off the press. Hello.
Whoa, driving, nothing
No one wants
there. Mulheisen gets it. He's got a guy wide open on the other side. Nope. Pulls up.
Hello.
And a travel.
Did you see the quickness by Damian on that one? I mean, he went from one side of the player to the other and forced him into the around the back dribble, which resulted in a turnover.
He forced the turnover there. 31-20, 11-point lead, and they can't make it 13.
Oh, he got away with an over the back that time.
Mulheisen. Over to Paulette, inside. Mulheisen, no, won't go.
Good rebound.
Rebound, taken by Kasemba.
We haven't called his name much tonight. Maybe it's time for him to exert himself.
Damian Woodmore, 3. No, won't go. Rebound, nice shot that time. Underneath. And another one, and it's in.
Oh, my goodness.
Excellent shooting touch by Nate Jones for his first 2 points.
Very instinctive,
yes.
if they will forgive me for saying.
He just turned around and it was there, off the glass even, and in.
All right, inside to Gardner. He's been quiet since the first quarter.
Yeah, Mulheisen for 3, won't go. Rebound taken by Damian Woodmore, up ahead to Kasemba, and he hits it out in a smart play to Kevin Woodmore. Kevin Woodmore for 3.
Yes. Triple try is good.
And his first points of the game. 36-20, and now the Yellow Jackets starting to break away. Up ahead, and a little bit too far, right into the hands of number 42, Derek Hutchinson.
Looked like a defensive lineman.
And now the Yellow Jackets putting on a little bit of a show.
A little too cute, Damian, a little too cute.
And Sam Woodmore feels it. He wants to get some fresh blood in there. David Horton comes in.
David did a fine job the first half and coming in playing some good pressure defense and getting a hand on a lot of errant passes and rebounds.
36-20.
The double.
16-point lead. Mulheisen gets it across over to Sasha Belgic. Short. And
hello.
Very sloppy play under there. Charlie Bloom gets a foul, though.
Look what I found. He took it the right place, though. As you can see, Coach Murray has told his ball club that it's all right to take that 20-foot jump shot or that 15-foot jump shot at the end of that zone press after they have broken through that zone press.
And Charlie Bloom hits. Good outside shooter. Saw him hit a 2-pointer now at the line.
As we mentioned earlier, it was hope that Charlie Bloom would add a little more scoring punch from that position. He's starting to do that now.
He's got 4 points now. 36-22 the score. Damian Woodmore as they draw the Trojans outside, and that opens up inside, and
excellent pass.
Couldn't get it to fall. So Bloom will give it to Mulheisen, and he'll set it up. Guarded closely by Kevin Woodmore. Inside, Mulheisen gets away and a foul.
Guarded a little too closely. That's a good play by Coach Murray. He knows that the way to break that pressure is to set a pick and have someone go to that basket.
Set the pick, but the foul underneath.
Yes, sir. After came down on the guy.
Yeah. 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Nice shot taken by David Horton for 2. He's got 6 points. Very balanced scoring for the Yellow Jackets tonight. A foul reaching in that time is number 40, Kevin Woodmore.
I'm sure he'll hear about that tonight.
Yeah, that's a problem playing for the coach.
That's right. I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Don't reach.
4 minutes, 11 seconds. That is the first foul on Woodmore.
Stacking to break the press, to get the ball in, I should say. The double.
And a kick, no call there.
Here's the set.
Out to Bloom. Now, Coach Bob Murray, as you can see, some fresh faces in there.
Gardner's a fine passer up there. You don't want him handling the ball, but he can pass.
Putting it up, won't go. That is Sasha Jellica.
How many times have we seen that tonight? Inside and just can't get it to drop.
Nice drive by Kasemba, and he draws a foul.
Good luck. Good pass by Hutchinson to get him on the cut there that time as he was moving.
Excuse me, Tom.
Yes, go
I
right
want
ahead.
to say the score 38-22. We've stayed at the score for a long time.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. I was just going to say, one thing that Coach Woodmore may want to look at after he views the films of this game, if he takes it, is trying to use that quickness in his set offense as well as in the defensive pressure, etc. As you could see there, the quickness that was displayed on the cut is going to beat the bigger teams inside. But you have to move the ball in order to do that, and you have to get players cutting quickly in order to do that.
And I'm sure because this is only the third game, that will happen because players will know where they're at.
Exactly. We'll know the offense, the ins and outs.
December at the line gets his second point of the night. And his third.
Yes, sir. Good touch.
And that makes it 40-22 in favor of the Yellow Jackets.
2-2-1.
They continue to press.
2-2-1. They've changed up from the 1-2-1-1 to the 2-2-1 to give it a little different flavor, and
Let's see what happens.
And they kind of traveling. What happens there with the 1-2-1-1 zone press? It is all right to attack it up the sideline. With the 2-2-1 zone press, if you attack it up the sideline, it leads right to the trap between the men on that side. So you actually move right into a trap instead of away from it.
On the baseline or on the sideline.
On the sideline, yes. Different flavor.
So then you'd have to go to the middle if you do,
Exactly.
and then that causes problems.
Precisely. You have to cut a man into the middle of that 2-2-1, in the middle of that box in order, and throw the diagonal pass in order to break that. That forces one of the box sides to collapse.
And when you throw the diagonal pass, it's a good chance to get intercepted.
That's exactly right.
So fine analysis again by Tom Staten. Pleasure to have you back, Tom, on UCTV Sports. Inside, will it count? It does.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matt Highland gets it to fall, and he will go to the line. Highland with his third point of the night.
Matt has been quiet. The coach was saying that playing against the quicker teams, his teams seem to be a little, or the better jumping teams, the teams seem to be a little intimidated or kind of lose pace sometimes and get kind of out of their game. And he's hopeful that this will be a good experience for them for the rest of the season.
And Highland makes it a good experience going to the line as he hits 40-25 now.
Hello.
And Kevin Woodmore from outside hits for three.
The sophomore is taking over.
So quietly now, Kevin Woodmore with 6 points. 2 from the outside.
There it is. The diagonal pass to the middle of the box.
In and out. Mulheisen couldn't hit inside, and he's looked like he was fouled on the head, but finally gets the foul.
It took 2, but he got 1. As you could see, they ran the player into the middle of that box. The pass in forces the box to collapse. The next pass goes across half court, diagonally.
Exactly as you explained it.
And you can attack it on the baseline.
There you go.
And the worst part about it is that you have men, it's almost a 3-2 or a 3-on-1 fast break at the end of that. That's what's so dangerous about that particular press.
Gardner misses. Not very good at the line tonight. And as we can take a look, that is Ken Taylor, our producer, working very hard on his statistics and making sure that we get a game next week. John Gardner hits his second shot, making it 43-26. And Kenny tells us our next game will be Athens at Rochester, so look for that one. Thanks, Ken.
Good rebound.
Inside, won't go. Finally rebounded by Pillette.
One of the few games where there'll be more shots scored from outside of 15 feet than inside of 5.
Yeah, Pillette couldn't get it. Gardner couldn't get it, and here come the Yellow Jackets running and running hard. A nice pass, Damian Woodmore, but he didn't know who he was throwing to that time.
A little too fancy.
And look at Gardner couldn't get it to go.
And they get it back.
Let's just let him run here. And finally,
he does the right thing.
Kevin says, "Hey, let's play some basketball here."
Great idea by a sophomore.
Yeah, really, for a sophomore, it takes a lot to do that.
Oh, here it comes. That's why he did it.
3. No, won't go. Bouncing around, still in play. Paulette comes up with it to Mulheisen. 1:33 left here in the third quarter.
Hello.
Inside, Paulette turning around.
Oh, he went the wrong way on that shot.
That's not knowing where the hoop is.
That's right. For young players, when you get the ball in that position, you want to establish yourself establish your position and jump towards the basket.
From
rather than
outside,
away.
Damian Woodmore, nothing that time.
And always hit the rim on your three-point attempts.
Otherwise, coach is going to say, look, if you can't even hit the rim.
No, no, no. Again with the stack. Ah, yes.
A little different look here.
Yes,
this time
but
defensively.
oh.
Almost got it through.
That was it. That was the proper way to break it. The middle, you want one of your better ball handlers in the middle there so that he can be the middleman on the fast break, quote unquote, that results from breaking the press.
We're under a minute now in the third quarter. Chuck Johnson in there now, number 34 for the Yellow Jackets.
No one in the middle for the Yellow Jackets. No one stepping
it's wide
into
open
the middle.
and nobody's going in there. Now we're getting some movement.
Oh,
Johnson
boy.
almost lost it.
He's scary out there.
Finally got it back.
I think he makes the coach nervous when he touches it like that.
Got to get some authority in there.
As I said, the coach said that he's only had many of these kids just a week.
Yeah.
Fresh from football, just a week to work with them, and he's just trying to make it through this game.
Yep. Here goes Chuck now, up top, passing to Kevin, and wide open. They're just killing the clock for the last shot, folks.
Good idea when you're up.
9 seconds, and here's a foul. Oh, what do we got? Jump ball. Foul.
Little fella.
And it goes over to Clawson. Here we see the two coaches at half court.
Oh!
And no, couldn't get it to go, and that will end the third quarter here at Clawson High School, Tom.
Believe me, Nate Jones will think about that one tonight.
And in the meantime, Bob Murray is going to think about what he's going to do in the fourth quarter, try to get things a little bit closer here. As the score is 43-26, the Avondale Yellow Jackets paying a visit down here to Clawson, and they're making their presence known.
One thing that Bob Murray might want to try that hasn't been done very often tonight, and that is get the ball inside against that man-to-man or that zone press and bounce it back out for that good jump shot by Mulheisen or Charlie Bloom. They have been successful at shooting that jump shot, but they are not getting it just off of their offense.
The fans got a shot of us, and if they're wondering where we're sitting at the end of the court. We are not sitting at half court, as most announcers do.
Up in the boonies.
Yeah. So it's, as you can see, it's very tough to get a shot here as you pull out of the little fouls underneath on the far end of the court. So
the worst part, I can't read the numbers that far away.
So it's good that we're still young, Tom.
Yeah.
Our eyesight is still with us, and we can see those fouls called.
Speak for yourself.
We're underway now in the fourth quarter here at Clawson High School.
A lot of substitutions for the Yellow Jackets. I think the coach is feeling a little comfortable there. I may be a little early, though.
From outside for two. Horton won't hit.
Gardner's done a good job on the boards, both offensively and defensively. They have not capitalized yet, though. Oh, here it is.
Gardner, no, won't go. This time it goes down and a foul.
As I speak.
They're going to count the two. Gardner gets the two, and we'll go to the line.
Again, Coach Murray feels that with a little more upper body strength, Gardner would be a fine player. He has good height, 6'5", about 180 pounds. Too bad he's a senior.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't give it to Gardner, or did they? They may have given the basket to Gardner. No.
Ah, good, strong board.
They gave the basket to Johnson. Correction. Matt Johnson with the 2 points that time. 43-28 now. Back up top.
There it is.
Inside, and a foul called on Rob Gardner.
He was in great position except for that arm that was wrapped around the other guy's waist.
Otherwise, it was a great play.
Great play, great play.
Back out top.
Someone
from outside. He's been hitting, and he'll hit another three-pointer. 3 baskets tonight, all 3 three-pointers for Mark Jankowskis.
Hey, he's even shot a couple air balls, but he hasn't let that phase him.
Yep. When he makes them big.
That's what they say, a sign of a good shooter. Just keep shooting.
46-28 the score in the fourth quarter underneath the Mulheisen, and nothing but white shirts. Here's Horton, slows it down, cross court. And nice, nothing but net that time for Deshaun Mallory, who's been quiet for 2 quarters, but now comes back in the fourth to make his presence known.
Fine touch, gets the ball above his head and releases very smoothly. Not a lot of rotation on the ball, but it goes in.
48-28 now, a 20-point lead for the Yellow Jackets as they start breaking away.
Somebody has to take charge for the Trojans. Hey,
and he finally
the big fella wants it.
John Gardner.
The big fella wants it, but he better turn around.
And he does.
And gets the charge.
Nice hustle by Gardner.
And also gets a blow to the nose.
Nice hustle by John Gardner as he made the 2, hustled back, and got the charging call. You got to like that.
You got to like it. Hey,
especially when you're down by 20, to come back and hustle like that.
After making the layup at the other end.
But unfortunately, though, we're going to have to take him out as he is really in pain.
He was hammered. Just as he turned and established himself, the other player was in the air heading to the basket. Good position.
So right now, Coach Bob Murray says, look, I need you. So if you feel like you can play, let me know.
Oh!
There's one. The Yellow Jackets back, and no. Nice play, all started by Pat McGee.
Was he a defensive back on that football team?
Sure was. And look who's back.
All right.
John Gardner's coming back.
See. Looked like he turned his ankle or hurt his knee just a bit there on that fall.
Yeah. Sometimes what happens is you hit knee to knee, and if you get hit in the right spot, it will hurt. This one's short.
There, Jordan.
So he knows he's going to have to work on the free throws. Pat McGee, the senior. Misses both. 48-30 the score here at Clawson High School. 5:52 left in the game. The Trojans battling tough, and that's why they continue to press.
That time they beat the trap on the side, but slowed down. That's where they really should take it with this much time. Only 5:40 left in the game.
This time all by himself.
Oh! At least this time he had his mind made up. Yeah. A technical foul for hanging on the breakaway basket.
Pat McGee was upset. He missed his 2 free throws. He said, I want to put this one down, let everybody know. And,
and the coach did the right thing.
Coach said, you're a little bit too aggressive out there, Pat.
Nice try, though. He came over the head, over the shoulder with the side dunk. The Phi Slamma Gemma, and you end up on the bench when you miss it.
Ken Taylor was over here. He had a great view, and he was thinking, boy, we're going to put this on the highlight film, and just couldn't do it. So the free throw is good by Mulheisen. His first point, and it's now the second point of the second half. So after getting 10 points in the first half, he's been shut out. That hurts.
He's been shut out. Someone's doing a good job on him, and look who's on him.
Let's take a look. Mulheisen underneath the Paulette. It is good.
Good left.
So they make good on the technical, and they come back with another 2. 48-34.
6-point turnaround there, Coach.
Yep. And that's why the Yellow Jackets continue to press.
Look at this.
Highland loses it after a nice steal. Matt Highland couldn't hang on to it.
He had the right idea.
And a timeout call. Things need to slow down a little bit and regroup down there as things are getting away from the Trojans. 48-34 the score. We're in the fourth quarter with 5:13 left. But you can still see the Yellow Jackets continue to press. Let's take a look.
He's getting away from you. With nobody back there but you and him. Now how can somebody school? They've got to come to us now. Slow the game down. They've got to come to us. We're giving up points. If I lose this game with 2 points, I know something. They got to come for us. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
I'm going to control and run your play.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Run spread, Dave.
Okay.
Run spread, Mark. You understand that? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Miss.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to both coaches before the game.
Yes, it was.
And two very fine gentlemen. And you can see how intense coaches get during a game. And Sam doing that there, and let it. But you gotta let the players know what's going on out there.
Exactly.
Otherwise, things will get out of control. And now Sam says, "Hey, let them come to us."
That's right. Let's slow it down a little bit. And one thing very important that he said: if you guys lose this game, I know something. Someone's going to pay because it's ours to win.
And that, you know what? Out of all the things he said, that probably sticks in their mind more than anything else.
That's right. Coaches have a funny way of getting back, you know? Like wind sprints for 2 hours.
Exactly. So he's saying right now, if you want to run during the game, you're going to run during practice.
That's right. Build them up and tear them down, boys.
That's right. 4:59 left in the game. Jankowskis at the line.
They're putting the wrong guy on the line in this case.
Jankowskis makes the first one, and this guy will not miss from outside, folks.
Very good touch. Very good form, good rhythm. Right on the money.
That picks up another 2. So those are the first 2 points that he picked up, other than
the three-pointers. Too close.
Collette all the way. Nice move. Russ Collette with 2. Russ says, hey, I want to get back in the starting lineup.
The press has been successful for the Yellow Jackets, but with 4 minutes to go in the game, you do not want to leave the avenue open, the door open for the other team to run breaks off of your set defense.
It is 50-36, a 14-point lead right now for the Yellow Jackets. It was up to about 20 just a couple minutes ago.
If you notice,
4:22 left, excuse me.
Yes, 4:22 left. If you notice, they like to keep Damian Whitmore in the middle on that spread offense that Sam Whitmore called for in the last timeout. Damian is their penetrator. He has not penetrated tonight. They have been successful. Clawson has been successful in taking that away.
They sure have, and it has been some outside shooting and mixing up the outside shots with some nice quick layups, and
good pass, good give and go. Couldn't find the handle though.
What do we have? Jump ball, and this one will go to.
Did you say jump ball or fumble?
What was it? A jump ball. Fumble. These guys have been playing football. We know that, and could have been.
Well, one thing's for sure: these coaches can't complain about their kids not getting on the floor after balls.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Eisen won't go.
Squared up and took it.
With some authority now. We've got a nice shot by Matt Johnson.
That's exactly what the coach was saying he did not want to happen. Get the rebound.
Checking back in is Kevin Woodmore. Going out is David Horton.
You can't let them have easy scores. That's one thing that I feel a little uneasy about this full court zone press at this stage of the game, because it does lead to easy scores when the kids are tired.
Yeah. And here's a couple easy points right here for Jankowskis. This guy's everything that Sam Woodmore had talked about. Misses this one.
Good call.
But he said this is the guy I look for off the bench to spark us,
right.
and he sure did. He got him going. When the game was going flat, he came in, got a couple 3-pointers.
Yes, he did.
Everything started to roll for him after that.
We had a player in too soon that time, so we will shoot it again.
So he gets another shot and misses again.
Oh.
50-38. And we're at 3.5 minutes left here at Clawson High School.
There's the big guy.
Jump ball goes to the Yellow Jackets.
He didn't quite get that ball protected and away from that defensive player that time. If he did, he would have had an open layup. The other player was able to get his hands in and cause the tie-up leading to the jump ball and the possession call.
Oh, wrong guy. Nice idea by Jankowskis.
Oh, he
comes
makes
up
up
with a
for
steal,
it.
makes up for it, goes all the way.
Yes.
He's fouled and gets
yes.
the hoop.
Oh,
No, he
my
won't.
goodness.
Foul was
Oh,
before
my goodness.
the shot.
Maybe we've been watching professional basketball too long, but that
Yeah.
certainly looked as if he was fouling the act.
Little continuation.
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah, the ref said he got him when he was down.
George Zahner, the referee, calling the foul that time. 3:11 left here at Clawson High School.
Hard-nosed kid here. But they're getting their hands on the ball. Oh, here we go again.
Villette over to Highland. Highland loses it again. No, but it's knocked away by the Yellow Jackets.
I think
Fortunately.
I think Highland tries to move just a little bit faster than than his body is capable of.
Looks like Charlie Bloom will check in for Clawson next break.
Good board.
Good board, strong board, and aggressive Pat McGee back in the game. And slowing it down now, the Yellow Jackets. And no need to hurry here.
They have the spread offense. Oh, Kevin Whitmore up the middle. Good
Right
try.
up here, right at us.
Good try.
I thought we were going to get a souvenir that time.
Sometimes on that particular play for the young players who are watching, a bounce pass would have served very well to that player cutting to the basket. Gives him a chance to react to it.
Villette goes all the way again. Oh,
Whoa, a little shake and bake.
little move there. Charlie Bloom tries to put it in, and he gets fouled.
Little shake and bake, but no make.
Little this way, little that way, and just wouldn't go the right way.
He has been effective during this fourth quarter in taking that ball to the hole, though.
Right to it.
And again, they come up with a foul.
Here's Charlie Bloom, the junior, 2 for 2 at the line tonight, so let's see if he can make it another 2.
A good shot of father and son over there on the sideline. A little bit of father's wisdom.
And he knows something they don't, remember. This could cut it to 10 points, folks.
Yes, sir.
And there it is. It is 50-40 now.
Dangerous.
With 2:30 left.
Dangerous part of the game.
Yeah, 2:40 left. 10 points really is not that much with 2 minutes left here.
The danger is the Yellow Jackets have been running a fast-paced game. There's the penetration.
Finally, Damien Woodward with a penetrating drive for 2.
Right. They have been running such a fast-paced game. When you try to slow it down, it's almost like the football quarterback who's been passing all game and then trying to slow it down in the end. You just make mistakes.
You lose the rhythm.
You lose the rhythm.
From outside, this time they lose the rhythm, and Jan Koskis couldn't hit. Here's Mulheisen. Mulheisen goes all the way.
Blocking. No.
Defensive or offensive foul, excuse me, on Mulheisen.
I didn't think he quite got that left foot in position that time.
You can see him running back and trying to get in front of the lane there, but nice job defensively.
That's right. It's a judgment call.
52-40. The Yellow Jackets lead by 12 with 1:50 left. And you can understand now why the Yellow Jackets were pressing, even with 20 points in their favor. They still had to press defensively because Clawson was still coming back, and they came to within 10 points there.
Also, as you mentioned earlier, they have really just been scoring off of their defense, not off of their offense.
Right.
So when you try to slow down to an offense where you don't have kids who are familiar, then you are prone to make mistakes.
And that lead will get away from you.
It will get away.
And it did. 10 points.
It was
now 12.
16 at one time.
Well, it did go up to 20. Yep. Here's Kevin Whitmore with his first free throw. Makes that. He's got a total of 7 points tonight.
I think he's going to be a fine young player for his dad.
Oh, yeah. And makes both. If you make both free throws, your dad's going to be happy.
Yes.
And 2 3-pointers, by the way. Mulheisen to Gardner. Gets it knocked away. Mulheisen says, I want to find the lane, but couldn't do it. And a foul. Kevin Whitmore.
He deserves to be upset about that one. That was a good tap.
And Dad trying to make a good argument over there for it.
That was a good tap, I thought. The player had lost the ball a bit, had it out a bit in front of him.
Yeah. And a timeout called with 1:29 left in the game. 54-40 40. And a nice job by that man, Bob Murray, to stay in this game with the running offense that the Yellow Jackets have.
What do you tell your kids now?
Well, let's take a look.
Defense. Full court. I want you guys in there. I want that ball at the floor. I want shots taken. We got to push it. Understand me? Let's go. And listen, we only got 12 points in the 6 straight possessions we didn't score on. So we can do it if we can get out of here. Let's work hard.
If you let's go make a shot, then you take it. But I want to see 5 passes. Let's go. That's that whole thing. 1, 2, 3, listen.
We have the ultimate role reversal. Now Clawson says full court press him, and Avondale says, let's hold that ball.
Yeah.
Patience, patience, patience.
So again, they flip-flop in what they're going to do.
Two fine coaches, though. They're
Yes, like I said, gentlemen, very fine gentlemen. We
Fine
talked to them
gentlemen.
before the game. Total cooperation, and we'd like to extend our thanks to them. There's Sam Woodmore, and of course, Bob Murray. 54-42.
Coach Murray said that he knows that his team isn't as talented physically as some other teams, but he does feel that they do positive things, as Damian puts one in.
Damian for 2, it makes it 56-42.
It's interesting, in the spread offense, he is getting a lot of penetration, which is what Sam Woodmore said that he wanted it early in the game, and it hasn't really happened until the fourth quarter.
1 minute left here at Clawson High School.
Little brother wants to get in on the act.
Kevin wanted it, wouldn't go, will go to the line. A lot of history with the Woodmores.
Yes, I was just going to say, Damian reminds me a lot of his cousin. I grew up with his cousin, Bruce Woodmore, who played at Pontiac Central, probably about 15 or 20 years ago now. But really, I grew up with the entire family in Pontiac. My father pastored a church in Pontiac that his Sam Woodmore's brother and his wife and kids attend. So I'm very familiar with the Woodmores. I hope I wasn't too biased.
No, very fine athletic family, by
Yes,
the way.
it is. Yes, it is.
And there is Bob Murray. Team did a great job coming back. They were down by 20 and came back. There's Kenny Taylor. Our producer.
Oh, what a smile. Who is that man?
Finally got him.
Who is that man?
Well, his work's done. We've only got 55 seconds left, so his work's done now. He was supplying us with some statistics over here, right? Thanks a lot, Ken, for all the help. And he gave us our schedule here and let us know when our games are coming up. By the way, our next game will be at Rochester High School. Athens will take on Rochester, so don't miss that. That's next week.
Rochester had a fine team last year,
Yeah.
and I believe they're the team that beat this Yellow Jacket
They
team.
beat the Yellow Jacket team. Mike
pretty handily.
Moscato, big player, the big shooter for them. We'll see them in action next week. And right now, Kevin Woodmore puts one down. He has a chance for another here.
Kevin's done a fine job being one of the floor leaders out there tonight and slowing it down when he had to. And that's been a key, because when you're running all of the time, you can tend to be out of control. Hello.
The sophomore has shown
Damian,
a lot of
once
leadership.
more, good pass.
Wanted it to his brother. Up ahead, a little too far, and taken by
Oh! Hello.
and a foul.
We can see who's the dunker on the team. Everyone looks for him.
Pat McGee is determined to put one down.
If he can put these down, I think the coach will be happy.
Yeah.
If he can put these 2 free throws down.
I think he'll be happy to get a couple free throws down right now.
41 seconds to go.
Score 58-42 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Came out running.
Clawson played them pretty evenly the second half, it seems, but fell behind just a bit there in the third quarter, and it's been an uphill struggle for them the rest of the game.
Yep. And there's a nice little twick.
Good experience in handling the press, though. The press really did not bother them the end of the third and the fourth quarter. In fact, they've handled it pretty well until that mistake there.
Here's Kevin, pushes it up.
Hello. Hey, I'll take it.
Kevin, that's
A
for 2.
fine player. He plays as if he's a junior or a senior. He really has a good head on his shoulders. It may come from the experience from football.
He's got 12 points tonight. Very quietly has done it. And a nice job by the sophomore. Here he is.
Hello.
Passes off to his brother and a foul.
I wonder if they lay awake and talk about the game.
He hit the wall kind of hard there.
No
very
padding.
Difficult to see that. No padding. They are right underneath us, and didn't see him hit the wall, but that's a shame.
Oh my goodness. Breath. Looks like the wind has been knocked out of him. I hope there are no broken bones.
Let's hope that it's just that. And
boy, that must be anguish for a father as well.
yeah, we just talked about him. Had a nice job, 6. And a total of 12 points, and all of them in this second half. Hopefully it's just a wind knocked out of him. So Kevin Woodmore, the sophomore, has quieted the place down here.
Yes.
Did a great job.
10 seconds to go. It'd be a shame to really lose a kid, especially with only 10 seconds to go. Lose one of your fine starters on an inadvertent injury. Of course, there was no...
He's up, and that's a great sign.
Totally accidental.
Yeah. Great sign, and that's a good sign, too, to see that. Class kid right there.
That's that.
Kevin Woodmore, the sophomore. And that is why he's going to have a great high school and probably a college career.
Exactly.
Hopefully it was just the wind that got knocked out of him. Looks like he's okay. Yeah, that's a good sign. At the line will be Nate Jones shooting. Jones puts it down.
Well, Coach Woodmore said that he would just be happy to weather this game. I don't think he expected to come out with a 20-point victory tonight against a fine Bob Murray team.
And Nate puts them both down.
Both teams lack a bit. Both teams lack a bit in size. It's going to be a very difficult season. They're not going to blow too many teams out. They're going to have to work hard all season.
Pat McGee could not get it to fall on the last shot, but that's how we ended. The final score, 63-42 here at Clawson High School on a night that saw the Yellow Jackets pretty much run away with it, but the Trojans knew they were going to have a battle of their hands, a running battle, and there we see the two head coaches talking after the game. Bob Murray facing us, and Sam Woodmore with his back to us, and two class guys right there.
And it shows with their teams. You had 2 class coaches and 2 class teams out there on the floor tonight.
And we will be back with final stats for you. The final score, 63-42. We'll be back.
The excitement of collegiate hockey returns to pass with our exclusive CCHA Game of the Week telecast. Each week, we'll give you the best seat in the house as some of the nation's top collegiate teams fight it out on the ice. Larry Osterman calls the action, with Chris McClure adding his colorful, insightful analysis as we follow Michigan State, Bowling Green, Michigan, and the rest of the league. This winter, the championship spirit returns with the CCHA Game of the Week on Pass.
Back here at Clawson High School, where the Trojans came up a little bit short as the Avondale Yellow Jackets with the big running attack, and head coach for the Trojans, Bob Murray, knew that Sam Woodmore was going to have a running team out there.
Yes, he did. A classic battle. One team very dependent upon their defense to score, and the other team very dependent upon their offense. And tonight, the defensive club won.
Yeah, if we take a look at some of the statistics that we have for tonight, they will pretty much tell a story of what we pretty much expected in the game tonight. Leading scorers, of course, it was Malheisen, of course, for Clawson. He had a total of 12, but only got 2 points in the second half, and that really hurt him.
Key. He is their outside scorer and their big gun, and they kind of follow where he leads, and that happened tonight.
Yeah, Damian Woodmore on the other side had a total of 14 to lead the way for the Yellow Jackets, but he got a lot of support.
He really did. He got a lot of his points late in the game as well, but he got a lot of support from his brother Kevin, a lot of support from the bench of the Yellow Jackets.
That's right. A
that
total of 12 points for Kevin Woodmore in the end there, and just wrapping things up here. It was pretty much balanced scoring for the Yellow Jackets. As we take a look at the scoring by quarters, Avondale pretty much spread it out, and it was that third quarter that pretty much did Clawson in.
Yes, 11-point spread there, 21-10. Avondale just came out pushing it and taking it to the hole and applying a little bit more pressure and capitalizing, and it really kind of dug a big hole for the Trojans.
Clawson made a bid to come back in that fourth quarter. They were down only by 10 with 2.5 minutes left, which was not unreasonable to come back into a game.
Exactly. In fact, they outscored Avondale the fourth quarter 16-15, and at that 10, when they were coming back, Coach Woodmore made a point of letting them know that you are letting them back into the game. They are not taking it, but you are letting them back into the game with easy shots and lack of rebounding.
Okay, there's some of our camera crew. We saw Dennis there. That's Mike. And
fine specimens.
I tell you what, we're running out of shots to get because we're just getting into the intramural games here on the court. That'll do it from Clawson High School here. For Tom Staten, this is Dave Zorn from all of us at UCTV Sports. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to join us next week when Athens takes on Rochester. Good night.
Good night.